Right. Was it this one or was it the other one? I couldn't remember which one's which. So I just started with the Scorpion. Because I know the Scorpion comes earlier in the storyline. For 7.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, this thing is earlier in Final Fantasy VII's storyline. Because the Scorpion is the first boss. So I figured that. I like how much detail they did on like the extra stuff.
Yeah. Ooh, they did really good with. There's water or something on the ground, and it has reflections in it.
Yeah.
That's like really well done.
I've actually got a forklift over here and everything. Hi, Chloe. Welcome in.
Hello.
We're just exploring a little bit while we're waiting for people.
Oh gosh, there's a hidey spot in here.
Are you hiding?
Yep.
Did you go behind both of them, or did you? Can you get through this? Hello. Hey, Vinny.
I want to see if there's a way up on top of these.
So you'll recognize this beastie as the Scorpion.
It's very dirty.
I don't know why it's covered in green, but it's covered in green.
Battle.
I
mean, it's the same green that the sword and the arm thing was covered in.
Yeah. I think they did really well with the Mecha. Because this is number 1. You're gonna hear these things grasp like throughout the entire thing. I'm sorry, but I can't turn it off. It'll do the thing.
Its arms move.
Oh, I forgot the tail was red. It's just so covered
in green and gross.
In gross stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the things they've done really well with this is, like, it's so dirty you don't even realize it's true color.
Yeah.
But not in, like, an unbelievable way.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's not like... Okay, can I get out here?
Catting on top of the... That's dangerous catting. That's dangerous catting.
It is dangerous catting. I'm having to move around when it moves. It's been plastering bugs a lot. Yeah, I guess that's probably where the green comes from. Probably. Yeah. No. Yeah. So where have you two gotten to on the new 14 server? Yeah. Come up. Oh, nope, I fell. I guess I'll clean its head. Just got the burbs. Nice. There's so many things that were fun in 14 that I don't really want to do again, but I remember fondly. Like training up that bird. Oh, damn. shortened a lot of a realm of Oh, what kind of dungeons did they redo? I know they redid the story dungeon, the Praetorium. Like split it into 2, I think it was. Or split it into a dungeon and a trial or something like that. So it's easier to get done. I know the cutscenes are still unskippable, but that's still much better than everything it was before. 2 long ones are just 4-man now, yeah. Oh, did they do it to both of them? See, that's the progress I like to see, is they saw a problem. They've been trying to... we can see them trying to deal with it for years. And they finally came up with a solution that people like. And now they're probably going to work on some other kind of user interface technical debt. Which reminds me, I need to get back into 14 and update those taskbar things, because I didn't realize you could have the controller taskbars visible on computer. It'll give me more spaces. More taskbar. So I don't know why, but I've been watching a lot of wedding stuff today. So I listened to an Entitled People's video, and it was this mother-in-law was being entitled and destroyed this woman's $11,000 wedding dress. And it's like,
oh no,
that's a car. That's an effing car worth of fabric that you're going to use once. I understand, yes, wedding day, happiest day of your life, but effing car.
yeah, some people have some crazy budgets.
And then immediately after that, I saw the Adam Ruins weddings. And I found out that the white for wedding dresses has nothing to do with purity. It's all about flexing how rich you are. It was started by a queen. It may have morphed.
I think it also is that, though.
But it started with a queen wearing
It probably
white.
depends on the culture.
But it's so... An $11,000 dress is insane.
Yeah.
And then all the other markups that happen whenever you mention that the thing is for a wedding instead of a birthday or whatever. Which also makes sense. It is a wedding tax, but there's also doing weddings is more taxing. Like they are definitely doing more work because they're not just receiving an order for a thing. They're receiving an order, getting a timetable, and getting yelled at if anything is wrong. Maybe not every customer, but definitely Bridezillas. Like, if it's for a wedding, there's definite risk there, so...
True. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of, like, DIY stuff for weddings that look really nice and
Yeah,
Much more budget friendly.
I think that's what one of my friends did, which is actually where Vinny and I started becoming much better friends. Is after that wedding, or at that wedding, I think, because we had a lot of time to actually talk instead of, you know, pulling pranks on each other while passing each other's desks, uh, whispering nothings into his ear that he doesn't want, you know, the normal stuff. Uh, but I know for a fact he had friends and family help out with, or they, I guess, had friends and family help out with the food, which was amazing, by the way. It was pulled chicken taco, like it was a taco bar. So you went up and you got what you wanted, and it was shredded chicken. I'm
Wow.
sure it had other bits to it, but one of the people cooking let me take like a bag of shredded chicken home. So I remember that shredded chicken because I ate it for a week after. Um, but it was fantastic. And then they did do a wedding cake, but the wedding cake was big enough for, the bride and groom, and then everyone else got cupcakes, which was actually very nicely done. Um, and I'm hoping that saved them a ton of money. I never actually asked because I wasn't part of that. I didn't want to overstep on asking them about that kind
Yeah.
of stuff, but I'm hoping that saved them a ton of money because they didn't have to spend it on caterers and stuff. Like I hope they spent the money they saved on that for like pictures and things that are permanent, like just some of the things that
There's a show on one of the streaming services.
yeah
I forget what it's called, but it's a couple and the professionals. One's a wedding professional and one is a realtor, and they're trying to get the couple to spend either their money on a big, huge, extravagant, fancy wedding or a down payment on a house, and they're trying to like convince them of their thing.
yeah
And it makes me so angry to watch because I'm very one-sided on that one. um, and
yeah
it's just like, why would you turn down like a house and like a good start in the future for this one day thing?
yeah I can completely understand making memories, and I can completely understand this is a one-time
But it's so
thing.
extravagant and over the top, some of the stuff.
But yeah, like keep it within a certain range, people. Like, yeah, make it beautiful, make it something people will remember, but don't do something that's gonna break you for a while. And
Yeah.
while I was watching Adam Ruins Everything, he's like, yeah, the bigger the wedding, the more stress it adds on to the couple, and the larger weddings actually have higher percents of divorce because it's a financial strain, and the number one thing that causes divorce is financial stress,
Yeah.
and it's
Um, I heard of people doing like they'd rent a food truck
yeah,
as their wedding food, and I much more reasonably priced apparently, and I'm like, that's a not terrible idea.
that's actually a really cute idea. Yeah,
Like it's a
because
little bit less formal in image, but if you can find the right one, it sounds like a fun way to do that.
yeah, I love the food truck idea. Chloe says a small wedding for the win, and yeah, I completely agree. Like I also love the idea of a pagan hand fasting first as your um, as like a prelude to wedding planning. So a pagan hand fasting is essentially it's not a full marriage. It's more like an engagement slash faux marriage for a year and a day. You bind
As
yourselves.
opposed to the people that won't sleep together, won't live together, won't do any of that until they're married.
Yeah, I
Sounds
God,
dangerous.
the people that the trauma that uh, that that ideal causes is insane. The won't sleep until marriage kind of thing and stuff like that. The sexual trauma just is insane on people because after they get married, they're like, well, now I'm allowed to have sex, but it feels wrong because it's been taboo for how many years, like their entire life, and it's just
Yeah. The living together is almost worse though, because it's like, what if you're crazy incompatible and you don't
yeah,
realize till marriage?
yeah. That is, I. But yeah, I think, and it's like an official thing. Like you do a small party, you do a hand fasting, and then you've got this dedication for a year that you're going to try everything out. You're going to be dedicated to each other for that amount of time, and then at the end of the year, you either renew or or part ways. Yeah, yeah. If you marry and then you find out you're incompatible, it's
Then again, olden day marriage, like super old, was a contract agreement and a sale. So I guess back then it didn't matter.
yeah. That's yeah.
I'll give you 4 cows.
Oh god, I do like the one story where it was this guy pays like 10 cows for his wife, and the dad's like, oh no, she's only worth 2 or something like that. And she comes back and she's just amazing because she's been given time to flourish and the proper um, positive reinforcement that people need.
Yeah.
I like it, there's a full like psychological theory behind it, and I can't remember what it was, but that's one of the stories I like. I'm sure there are, if I find another story like it that proves the psychological theory, I'll probably go with that instead of the, cow for people thing. But yeah, well, yeah, it's a psychological feedback thing. It's you treat someone the way that they should be treated, the like a person, like you know,
What? Treat people like people?
treat people
Nah,
like
we
people.
don't do that.
Yeah, no. You treat a student like an intelligent person, and they will act like an intelligent student, and their grades will raise, and then that reinforcement will redouble itself, and they
I
will
think it
get
depends
better.
on the person.
It does, but positive reinforcement like that will cascade, and that's the theory. It can, yeah.
Because I
But
know
that's
people
the
that would abuse that and it'd go the other way. But there's definitely a lot of people that you treat them like an adult, they're gonna act like an adult.
yeah, and that's barring false positivity, and like if they're having a legitimate problem, then you deal with the legitimate problem, but you
Yeah.
reassure them that hey, people have problems, that's fine. And then there's Clara. Nah. And it has to be, to start out, it has to be an external source. It can't be pure internal. It has to be an external source reinforcing positively someone. And then once they start seeing success in that thing that you're telling them that they're successful at, or that they're good at, or that it's okay to be bad at, they'll get better. Yep. Of course, you have to also think people. You treat people like adults. They'll be adults in situations they should be adults. Because I am a grown child. I still play with Lego. I nerf dart my roommate. That happens.
Yeah, there's situations where
But
like
at work, I'm an
type
adult. Yeah, at work, I'm an adult. I get my stuff done. I try to improve myself. Things like that.
But there's people that even with that at work, they won't behave like that.
Yeah, there's some people that are lost causes, but a lot of the times, positive reinforcement for people will do wonders.
Yeah.
Oh, Penny. So you can raise the arms. I need to get off the arm. No, I fell. So the arms move. Oop. So that you can clean like the sides and the bottoms better. Which is kind of awesome. I know there are a couple moving bits on each of these things. I just don't remember what they all are.
I think the other one has more actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next one we'll wash. Is this one only has the arms, I think?
Does it do something with the tail?
I was trying to remember, and I feel like the tail maybe just moves on its own, and that's all it does.
Yeah. I think the other one has the core bit, right?
Yeah, the other one, I can think of at least 3 or 4 things that move.
Yeah, I think the other one has a lot more stuff that moves.
This one just does a lot more moving on its own. Like it has the tail that's continually moving, and the hands are continually moving.
Alright, I keep forgetting to check my computer in the morning to see if I have a free slot for a game capture card.
Ah.
Because I've gotten rid of my TV. Which kind of hinders my switchability stuff. But I really want to play the new Zelda. So I've been thinking, what if I get a game capture card? It should push audio and video into my computer, and I'll be able to use it that way. I think that would be a good fix for that. Okay, a lot of these joints are
Yeah, we're getting down to the fiddly bits.
fiddly bits. That's where a lot of this machinery kind of suffers, is fiddly bits.
Yeah, but we only have 2% left.
Yeah. But it's all fiddly bits.
It's getting clean.
Yeah.
Fiddly bits are easier if I could use... No. It's in the free play... the free play version of it, after you do storyline, I don't get access to my 000 nozzle, which actually kind of helps a lot with the bits.
Yeah. Or like hinge. Creep along here. there. Is there more stuff? There we go. I don't know why. I've always liked Spider Mecha. Yeah,
Creepy.
always liked the idea.
Creepy.
I mean, yeah, I am, but I don't know what that has to do with it. Okay. Spot anything from above. It's a camp.
Apparently the head is dirty.
Come on, where's the dirt on this damn thing?
In the nooks and the crannies.
Seriously. Can't find any dirt on this thing. Is the scanner base actually clean? Or the wheels need to...
The head casing is still dirty. Last I looked.
Tail laser claw. Oh, it's the bottom one, okay. Butts. Fell.
Is that still dirty? Does he have one to clean? I don't think so.
I don't think so. One of the wheels is still dirty, but I don't know.
I did just clean one. Did it?
Maybe that might be
Yeah, I may have
the
just
other
gotten it.
Shoulder wheels, shoulder plates, cannon exhaust, shoulder leg well.
Yeah, I'm working on the leg well right now, but I'm wondering if it's from a
The head
not
casing.
angle I'm doing.
Oh, the head casing is actually kind of large.
Yeah, I looked at that and I was like, can't get to there.
Where is it dirty? Oh, there we are.
No, I was about to move the arm. And then I saw you on. I was like, oh, guess I shouldn't do that.
Okay, where's the rear exhaust? Okay, so it's that one. Yeah. There we go. And then shoulder plate. That one, okay. So it's that shoulder as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the shoulder plate and the shoulder well have like real close dirt that's blocking both of them.
Yeah, it's got to be. One of them.
Up the shoulder, just need to put, yeah.
Ah, there we go. Cool.
Yay.
Okay, on to the airbuster. Oh, that only took a half hour. Damn, I thought it took a lot longer.
Yeah, no, these aren't that bad.
Okay. What do we have? We have a ladder and scaffolding and okay. And now there's...
This guy has a few moving parts.
Okay, you can open up the main chamber there.
Open up his chest.
I think there's the bomb chamber there. I thought there was another bit.
The thing's on his back. 2 of them.
Okay. Oh, I forgot he's actually a really nice looking blue.
Yeah, I like this one. It still is the fiddly bits that are annoying, but he's
Sure.
he's a fun one.
Yeah.
No sleep.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm tired.
No.
I mean, you might not like it, but yes, that is why I'm tired.
No. Time to wake up.
I'm getting a good range up from up here. So we'll probably have one more week of this, I think.
Cut.
After we're done with the Mecha. Cause some of those...
This is the last of the Midgar ones, right?
Yeah, this is the last of the Midgar. Yeah.
Good size DLC.
Yeah. I get up. Cat up here.
He's like a reverse T-Rex. He has a tiny head and big arms.
I think that's the more useful version of that. Yeah.
Like, look at the hands on this guy.
Yeah.
Huge.
I enjoyed all those clips from, what was it, Meet the Robinsons?
Oh yeah. I actually saw that one in theaters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember it was the first one I saw with the new 3D technology that was like 3D glasses that weren't red and blue lenses.
Okay.
Or red and blue thin
Like,
pieces of
obvious.
plastic.
Yeah. There are a few movies, I think, already out, maybe coming out soon. I can't remember. I don't pay attention to this stuff. I don't pay attention until they get onto a streaming service anymore. So.
Even then I'm so behind on movies.
Yeah. I kind of want to see the Flash one. Not for the Flash. Like, I don't enjoy the movie version of the Flash. But I kind of want to see what he effed up this time.
Is the Flashpoint?
Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure that this one is a Flashpoint. One of those instances where he tries to save his mom.
Yeah. I like the way the show did that one, because they fully did that storyline.
Yeah. And in this one, like, because he did that, I don't think he's a speedster, or this version of him is a speedster. I don't think Superman's a thing. So it should be interesting. And then there's another one that's coming out that I want to see. Oh, the newest Guardians of the Galaxy, because it really delves into Rocket's backstory. Like, you get to see him getting made.
This is how out of the loop I am, is I didn't even realize they were making another one. Like, I feel like I've heard Guardians of the Galaxy more in general, like the name, but I didn't even realize they were making it.
Yeah. Yeah,
So just not
out.
hearing about these things.
And I must have missed a chunk of story somewhere.
Oh, I have a ton of movies I'm behind on that I need to catch up on for MCU.
Yeah, somewhere they picked up a telekinetic dog that was also part of the experiments, or maybe a later experiment like Rocket, and picked up Nowhere from the Collector or whatever it was. So they have a home base and a dog.
Were the Guardians in the latest Thor movie? Because didn't Thor go with them at the end of Endgame or whatever?
Uh, we don't talk about Love and Thunder.
I've not seen that yet. That's still on my list to watch.
Yeah, we don't.
I still need to watch Thor. I still need to watch Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Doctor Strange was good. I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed bits of Love and Thunder, but some parts of it they tried way too hard to emulate Guardians of the Galaxy with Thor. I just didn't. It just didn't work. Like Thor's got his own humor, which is a fantastic type of humor. But they tried to force Thor into Guardians humor, and it just didn't do well.
Honestly, the first Thor is still my favorite. A lot of people loved Ragnarok. I feel like they did the comedy too hard.
And Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second one is just, that's the one I don't know.
Which one was the second one?
Oh, was it Dark World or something? It
Dark
was
World.
terrible.
Dark World was okay, but yeah,
Terrible.
not my favorite either.
I guess it's one of the ones where the character is good, but none of his movies are really that great.
Yeah.
Like he's good and he's great addition to like the ensemble movies, but like his movies have a lot of needs improvements.
Well, yeah, and what I like from each of his movies are a lot of the character interactions, like him interacting with Hulk or him interacting with his brother or
Yeah.
things like that instead of most of the main storyline. Like this one, I loved his interactions with most of the characters actually, except for the bit where they were trying to kind of mold him into a. No, it's just them trying to force him to do Guardians of the Galaxy humor. That's the part I didn't enjoy. But like all his interactions with fellow characters after they kind of ignored or did their piece and stopped doing it was pretty good. There are also some parts that are really good for Thor humor that I can't say because they're all spoilers.
Yep. Don't say.
Don't say.
It's all I haven't seen most of these movies yet, but like they're on my list to get to at some point.
Yeah.
I just haven't sat down and watched. I haven't sat down and watched many movies recently.
Yeah. I usually watch these things when I'm doing something else. Like playing a game. I have been watching a lot of Warehouse 13 lately. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, you were mentioning that last time. You further into it, sounds like.
Yeah. I'm only in season like 3 now,
Yeah.
but it's pretty good.
like I've realized my patterns. I'm too distracted to watch anything new, so I've been rewatching stuff. But I think what's catching me on all the rewatching is I get to like an episode I know I don't like, therefore I like
You skip it.
get distracted by something else, and then I never continue it, and then I think about continuing it, I'm like, oh, but I'm on this episode.
I've gotten stuck with something similar on a couple of seasons. Like, I was watching, God, I can't remember the name of it. It was like Ted or something like that.
Ted's a movie. The Ted that I can think of.
I can't remember the name of it now, but it's where this nerd kid, like, gets a bunch of information downloaded into his head,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
and the information's really important to government agencies, so they have to deal with him / train him on how to do things. And I've gotten to like season 4 or something like that, 4 or 5. So I'm almost done with it, but it's getting to that point where it should end sometime soon. Like it's just not holding my attention.
Yeah.
And so I started something new that I know I'd like, and then just haven't been back yet.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch. I have so many shows I've like started and just need to finish.
Yeah.
Just haven't gotten there.
Yeah. I did finish the Troll Lord series. That one was pretty good. Or the Troll Hunter series, I guess. But that one's a cartoon, so I know you won't actually be watching it. I'm not wrong.
I watched some cartoons.
Some cartoons. But that one's kid finds magical artifact, has to fulfill duties of said artifact. But of course doesn't want to at first, and then leans into it and all that. And it's weird because it's, you watch all of the Troll Hunter series, and then you watch 3 Below or 3D Below or something like that, and then you watch like Mages of Arcadia, and it's all like a continuous storyline. But thankfully it's not, you don't have to skip around, you just watch one after the other. There are little bits of crossover, but they're not, like, it's just a character showing up from a different show, and like they don't replicate it in the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen shows do that.
And I finished She-Ra as well, and it was okay.
I know of that one. I don't think I ever really watched it.
Yeah. I liked parts of it, and I didn't like other parts, because some parts they take leaps in emotional logic that don't make any sense whatsoever. And they way overplay someone's lack of emotional intelligence. And it's... yeah. Was the waste gear there? That one. Okay. I was kind of hoping that one of the newer Ninja Turtle series was going to get extensions. Because their story writing was fantastic. Wait, isn't this...
Oh yeah, was it the one you... There's one you like the art style? Or maybe it was you didn't like their... I don't remember.
Yeah, I did not like their art style, but their writing was amazing.
I haven't been that invested in a Teenage Mutant one since the movies.
Yeah.
The old movies and the costumes.
Those ones were good, yeah. I enjoyed those.
I like those. The third one was real weird, but the first two were good.
Yeah. Oh man, I saw... There's a... I can't remember which board game, but there's a zombies board game that did the Mutant Ninja Turtles Back to the Past section. Yeah. So it was them in their armor and everything. It's kind of cool.
Ah.
Yeah. The only way to get it, though, that I saw at that point in time was to get it in a bundle. I haven't looked for it since. Because I haven't played the base game, so I don't know if I'd like it.
What game is this?
I don't remember exactly.
Oh.
It was like something zombies.
Okay.
Yeah. If I was in a game store, I could probably find a version of it. I know it's a fairly popular one. I just don't remember the name offhand.
I'm trying to remember if a game I played once many years ago with somebody that was a popular one. I'm wondering if that was a zombies one or if that was a... I don't remember what it was called or anything.
Yeah.
Or how to play it. I just remember they got me to play that game once. I feel like it could have had zombies in the name.
Yeah. I believe it's a cooperative game too, so I wouldn't be opposed to playing it. I just have not. Why am I stuck? There we go.
Ah. Okay. Down here now.
Did you fall?
I did. Walked too close to the edge and I slipped. I think I got a whole bunch of good angles up there, though.
Yeah, I saw a few things ding while you were up here.
Yeah.
I would like to have enough space to play board games. Playing board games would be nice, especially because I've got some that I kickstarted, but I mostly kickstarted for the miniatures. So
Huh.
I don't know if I'd enjoy the base game enough to keep it as the base game and just pull in the miniatures whenever I needed them,
Yeah.
or if I should scrap the main game and just keep the miniatures.
Hmm.
So I need to play them before I can make that distinction, and I just don't have enough room.
I don't know.
I've been looking at like full-on housing, and it's just stupid.
Yeah. Kind of intimidating.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm seeing pricing drops all over the place, so that's a little comforting. Like, I'm glad that that's happening, but it's not a lot.
Yeah. And maybe there we go.
Okay, that was nice. Can I get to the same spot on the other one? Ah, damn it. There's like a spot in the armpit, or like in the
Cleaning
neck.
armpits.
No, it's really the top of the shoulders, the neck area that's like covered. It's just a pain in the butt to get to.
Ah. Well, we're down to 3 things.
Maybe I did get it. Tank Buster Cannon. Where's the Tank Buster Cannon? Oh.
Is that one of the back ones?
No, it's the main. What's this thing? So the cannon itself.
Oh.
Yeah. Cannon. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Where's the vent?
The vent, I would assume, is on the back, right?
This back one?
Let's get some water in there.
Or is it these? Is it in here?
Basically. Okay, so I'm gonna have to.
Oh, it's on the side here. Oh, I vaguely remember this being a troublesome bit last time too. Some weird, stupid angle. There we go.
God, that is a big boy. Okay. This is a bonus job, right? Yeah, here we go. Let's see. We got enough time. Let's do the solar station.
You doing a big one? Okay.
Yeah, let's do a big one.
I've been the kicked. It's unfortunate it kicks and you have to rejoin, switching between special and bonus.
Yeah. Okay, turn that back on. There you go. That will show people around. Okay, so
Yay.
these These are solar panels. So we've got like 6 of them, I think. Yeah, we got like 6 solar panels
chunk.
there. Got a couple of outbuildings over here. Got a main water pump because the solar power is attached to the water. And then you've got... let's see, can I make that? Oop. Yeah, okay. Nope, butts. Okay. We got this solar panel over here. So we've got all that. Yeah. Well, now put me on the 40. I don't want the 40. Who wants it? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why it defaults to that, because it's been doing that for me too.
Yeah. Space for projects would be nice too. Miniature painting or 3D printing or any of that stuff. Would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the yips.
So the underside of the one you're on is always the
The pain in the butt.
most
yeah.
troublesome, I found. Oh, and Gnome is over here.
Where are you?
Near starting, left of the truck.
Oh, I think I could see him like way off over there.
Yeah, on the concealed guy on top of the rock.
Yeah. Little peeper gnomes.
They are adorable.
Yeah. So this map is actually part of Muckingham. It's just out in the desert for some reason.
I mean, you've had several in the desert, so it fits in.
Yeah.
I like that they've added to the base location, but it's not like it's not quite story,
Yeah.
but it's related to them.
Yeah, they said they're... I think the free ones are going to be Muckingham locations.
Yeah.
And they're going to add, like, details to fill out Muckingham. And then I think the paid ones, I think you're right on the paid ones where they're going to be crossovers.
Yeah, that's what it seems to be doing.
Because if Square Enix has allowed them to do crossovers, I think that'd be fantastic to see.
I realized I don't know most Square Enix games.
Yeah. One of my favorites is Kingdom Hearts. But I don't know if they'd have to work with Disney for stuff on that, and I don't think
Yeah, that could be more complicated. I hope they come out and mention something, because the Midgar ones didn't have gnomes, and so I hope we hear something about that, because
Yeah.
I am curious.
Have you seen that Disney's actually going to come out with its own card game as well?
A card game?
Yeah.
Like a, like Pokemon card game? Like a
Yeah, like a
collector
Magic
game? Or?
Yep,
Interesting.
exactly like that. They're going to have different ink wells or different kinds of ink as the resource. So instead of mana or energy, you use ink, which makes sense because they're cartoon characters. And then they're going to have not just the traditional characters, but they're going to have alternate universe versions of characters.
Of just all the Disney properties now, like Pixar and
Yeah,
Star
yeah.
Wars and everything.
That's the thing. All the Disney properties. Holy crap.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. And they hold a lot of stuff now. Like
Yeah.
yeah. But it'll be a lot like Kingdom Hearts, except without Square Enix. Like
I've never
it'll
actually
just be
played Kingdom Hearts.
that's pretty much what Kingdom Hearts is you tour through different worlds. So like you visit Mulan or you visit Beauty and the Beast in like their home world. And in each world you need to find like the world's power to be able to leave most of the time. So you get different keys that represent the power of that world, and usually it comes with different outfits when you land in the world.
Huh.
Yeah.
Has some similarities to Dreamlight Valley with their realms and their instead of getting keys, you're getting characters.
Yeah, that's the thing is, Kingdom Hearts is wildly successful, but it could not be capitalized upon because it was between Square Enix and Disney, and so you have like complex contracts and this, that, and the other. But I think now Disney is like, hey, we don't need them to do that now that we're delving into
Do
games.
it on our own.
We'll do it on our own. So I think they're replicating it and finding that it is wildly successful still. People really love, messing with all the different stuff. So I'm honestly happy about it because the
Kingdom Hearts and Dreamlight are very different. One's more of an action-y game, and the other one's more of a relaxed,
right, but
farmy game.
They're using the visiting
similar formula.
Yeah, they're using that kind of formula of visiting different worlds and different realms and stuff as.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be a repeatable thing.
Yeah. And that's why I think Kingdom Hearts was so successful, is because you visited a bunch of these Disney things. But I don't think Disney could have done the gaming themselves, so they partnered with Square Enix, and then both sides found out that getting the contracts together to actually push forward and make more games was a pain in the butt. So, like, Kingdom Hearts 1... Vinny, do you remember when Kingdom Hearts 1 came out?
It's a while back.
It was, like, early 2000s, I think.
That old?
I think so. I think it was PlayStation 1 or 2.
I would have thought more mid.
Well, then there was Kingdom Hearts 2 that came out years later, and Kingdom Hearts 3 came out just like 2 years ago. And for its popularity, it should have had more, I think. Like it had some mobile stuff, like some mobile games. It had some pocket versions, like 3DS or something like that. I can't remember what system it was on. But it didn't have any major games. And it probably should have. But now the collections can be bought on... I think they're still Epic only.
If they're having that much of a contract issue with the games themselves, I can't imagine they would show up in this game as a bonus.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'd like to see them. That'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But
But
yeah, I don't think the contracts are going to allow it because you'd have to mess with Disney
yeah, Disney wouldn't want to
and
give it to this one.
yeah, and Square. I think it would be really cool to wash some of their rides or wash, you know, some things in their worlds. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I don't think it's going to go.
Yeah.
I am so glad that this game was picked up by Square Enix, though, just to boost their reach and everything. Like now it's on Switch, now it's on consoles and all that.
I love that they're just still doing stuff with it.
Yeah. Well, not just stuff like the
A
stuff
lot of
that
stuff.
yeah, the stuff that they are doing, you can tell that they've got a lot of drive for it still. Unlike certain other games I play. Well, okay, not just drive. I think they've got drive and they've got coordination. Because
Yeah.
there's a difference between being excited for the game and being excited and knowing what you're going to do next.
Hearing them talk on a live stream, like I watched a recording of it, they very much have coordination. They very much like they have their departments and they work together seamlessly.
Yeah. Because we've seen what happens when they have drive and no coordination. Not this team, but
Yeah.
other teams. I don't know if I'll ever play that game.
There's new stuff, so I kind of want to check it out.
I mean, on stream.
Oh yeah, no, fair.
I don't know if I'll ever play that game
Fair.
on stream. It
It would-
is.
it
It was a
would need
bit too
fixes.
chaotic for yeah. I do kind of want to do Stardew again, though. Yeah. I don't think there's anything to do for Stardew though, so it'd just be replaying the game.
Yeah.
Though we might be able to, yeah, I fell off. Might be able to
Oh,
get
no.
Balmung in Stardew. See if he wants to play as well, because I know our systems can take that one.
Yeah.
The system not being able to do D4 was... I hated that. That was very frustrating. I so wanted to stream that thing. I'm hoping that when it comes out fully, that it won't be a problem, but that was such a pain in the butt. And I do think it was fully that the resources were only downloading when you got into those areas.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. So I think once D4 comes out fully, we won't have that problem. But I will definitely test it when it comes out and before it gets to stream day. Because I should have tested it before stream day on that one, but I was like, oh, my computer's fairly new. It's just a Diablo 4 game. It shouldn't be too resource intensive, but nope. Ate up my resources and made it to where I could not stream it. All butts. I'm also excited for Moria to come out. Moria's going to be fun. Or should be fun.
Which to come out?
Moria? I think it's retaking Moria.
Not even heard of that one.
You have... I know we brought it up last year sometime.
Huh.
It's supposed to release sometime this year. They don't have a date on it. But you get to play as dwarves retaking Moria. And that sounds really fun.
Yeah, it's not familiar.
Ah, that's fine. Because there aren't a lot of details on it, we've just mentioned it a few times. But I know I've mentioned it with you around. But yeah, it still doesn't have a date on it, as far as I know, and it's just me. Just me. But play as dwarves.
Hmm.
You get to axe things. Unless you want to stick to daggers, and then that's up to you.
Stabbies.
Stabbies. Be the rare stealthy dwarf.
I don't think dwarves are supposed to be stealthy.
I said rare. Either that or you're just going to be a very brazen dwarf, you know, striding into battle and stabbing things. Either one's acceptable, I think.
Huh.
I'm looking forward to the base building in there. Because that's how I do. The solar panel texture is similar to tile, but still different.
I like it though.
It is nice and satisfying.
The underneath of the solar panels, pain in the butt, but the top of it and those littler ones, amazing.
Yeah.
Very satisfying.
Yeah. Doing the top of it this time. I didn't get two last time. I will also.
I very much patternized it when I did the top of that.
Yeah. I'm just doing
Did
a
the
nice strip.
did the white borders and then did the blue panels.
Ah.
So satisfying.
Yeah. It's very satisfying. Are the borders separate?
Each panel, each of the rectangle panels has its own border that is its own thing. I know because they each dinged.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's broken down really well.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay.
How long have we been doing this level?
About 40 minutes?
I
Why?
just realized all my interface things, all the things on the screen weren't there. I was like, what is this dirt? I'm like, wait a second. I see nothing. I don't have my standing position. I don't have what gun I'm using. I don't have the percent. I have nothing on the screen.
Is that just this level?
Yeah, no, I had it for the other one. I think it was when we changed levels
Switched over, yeah.
and when I rejoined. It's a glitch. Apparently, they haven't fixed it yet, but I think it's a known one. And thankfully, it's an easy fix to it. I just go to the tablet and close out of it.
Yeah.
But
Man, they
that's how long I was cleaning and didn't even realize because I was just focused on the cleaning.
the speed with which they fix issues is amazing.
Mostly. There's still a few issues that have been lingering for a while, so I don't know if they're just less aware of them, they're less of a priority, or they're just struggling with the fix.
Yeah.
But like the important stuff they're getting to really quick, but there's a few that have been lingering.
Yeah.
But anything like game breaking, they'll get right away.
Mhm.
And even like
Um,
what the day some of the DLCs came out, like they already had patches the day of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This team is fantastic. I
Yeah.
am excited to see what their paid DLC is and how much it is, honestly, to get an idea of how much it's going to be going forward.
Yeah, my gut says it'll be similar to the DLCs we've gotten, like the Midgar one.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. But I am very curious to see cost because we have no idea what to base that on.
Yeah. The size makes a lot of sense with 5 or 6 maps.
Yeah.
And I think $5 would be fair. Just
Yeah.
like I wouldn't be surprised if they do less because this team gives a ton of stuff. Like the amount of stuff they've given for free is insane. I feel.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if they undercut themselves on this. But I'd be fine. I hope they do something fair, which I hope is somewhere around 5. But we'll have to see if it's coming from them or if it's coming from somewhere else, like up.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what it is, and then what the pricing is, and then.
And I
they
wouldn't be
said they're-
surprised if some of it depends on how well the first one does.
Yeah. And they said they're going to try to do 1 per quarter, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, it looked like quarterly it would be 1 free update and 1 paid update.
Yeah.
And in one of the quarters, either this quarter or next quarter, there was one that was just like exciting news, and it's like, well, what's that?
That was quarter 4.
Was it? No, I think that was like quarter 3.
I think
Because
they
quarter
only-
4 was short. Quarter 4 only had the 2 things in it.
I think they started at quarter 2, didn't they?
So you're gonna make me go check.
Yeah. Because they started this quarter.
Yeah, there's so quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. 2 is the update, the paid DLC,
Yeah.
and then the physical version. Quarter 3 is free content, paid DLC, and exciting news, and quarter 4 is the free content and paid DLC.
Oh, okay. So exciting news
So- It's quarter 3,
in quarter 3. That's nice.
at least as of this point. That's what it is, because it does say everything can change.
Sure.
But
everything can change.
so this quarter we've gotten the free update, so we're gonna get a paid DLC this quarter, and the
Right.
next quarter we'll get.
We're
just
still we're only
What's it
halfway
say?
through this quarter, right? If that, we're not even halfway through this quarter.
No, we have till June.
Yeah. June is the next quarter. Or end of June is this quarter, right?
Yeah, April, May, June is quarter 2.
Yeah.
My life has much more discussion of Q1,
Quarters.
Q2, Q3, and Q4.
Yeah, where mine is broken down more into 2-week increments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I still have to think about what month is what quarter, but like it's a much more common thing for me to deal with now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're a third of the way through the first quarter, the second quarter.
I'm seeing more and more on those sodium ion batteries. Like more and more videos are popping up, so that's kind of exciting.
Okay.
And then I saw something yesterday where someone has come up with a cooling solution using NASA's aerogel, which would be a cheaper cooling solution than, or it would be able to either be a cheaper replacement that didn't work as well as an AC, or be an enhancement to an air conditioner to make it work better / cheaper / all that. So that's kind of interesting.
At some point, someone's gonna need to figure out a cooling solution that's less terrible for the environment.
The aerogel would be
That'd be good.
because it only uses water as a exhaustible resource inside the system, because it uses evaporation for cooling.
Yeah.
But there
Kind of
are,
unfortunate that we're counteracting the environmental changes and problems with something that's just making it worse.
I have seen that the world is more resilient than they thought, though. The pushback. But yeah, more needs to be done to.
The resiliency is to murder the pests that are causing the problem.
Well, at least
That
then
might
housing
happen.
would be easier to find.
Not if there's a mass extinction event and everyone's dead.
Just find a house and spot. It's fine. Yep. Yep.
I don't think that's how that works.
It wouldn't be an ideal outcome, but it would be an
It's-
outcome.
Mass extinction.
Yes. Housing is easy to find in a zombie apocalypse. It's just all infested with zombies. I'm not wrong.
That's the least likely event to happen.
Oh, so I've been like wish listing on Redfin and whatnot, looking at how expensive houses are, and it actually has, the site itself has something kind of cool. It has a water damage and a fire damage probability. Going off of, just historical records and whatnot. Hey, unknown, welcome in. Like it actually warns. It's like, with the climate changes going on, flooding in certain areas is going to be more prevalent. And so it gives like a 1 year, a 20 year, and like a 40, 60, and 80 year. And like
How is it
It's,
know all that though?
it's not. It's using historical data and hypothesizing. Uh, but like it's
Someone's gonna take that as fact. That's gonna go
oh,
further.
I'm sure, yeah. But
Well, the website said it wouldn't flood.
oh no, no.
Oh, that's a
It
website.
the website is using it as like a scare tactic. It is.
Oh,
It
it's
is
doing the
not.
reverse. Okay.
Yeah, it is not good. Not good news. Like if you look at it and you go to the area I've been looking at, and you toggle that on, uh, it's
If it's the area you've been showing me,
a
yeah,
lot
that's
of
gonna
that.
be a flood problem.
Yeah, a lot of that.
I don't need a
area is-
website to know that.
But you toggling it on is so like so different. You see like, oh well, this is gonna be a river, and that's gonna be a lake, and that's gonna be interesting.
Everything's gonna be.
But yeah, that's what it's saying is like, keep in mind, because of the stuff going on, things are gonna be terrible soon. You should
I
take
mean,
this
on the
into
plus
account.
side, I don't think you'll care about the house in 100 years,
You know.
but it will matter in shorter term.
Yeah. So that's something I'm keeping in mind as well.
Yeah.
While looking at these things I can't afford. Why do we do this to ourselves?
Yeah, that's another reason why I don't want to quite look in that area. It's gonna have troubles, I think.
Yeah.
And I've
What's this thing? No.
learned more about disaster stuff and everything it takes just because of family stuff and
Oh, yeah.
their experience with Red Cross and just knowing what people have gone through.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to avoid some of that just right from the get-go.
Yeah. Right from the get-go.
Wow. Chase geckos.
What?
Now chase geckos.
Yep. We need to figure out what we're doing after this before D3.
Oh, because we're thinking we're probably going to be doing this next week.
Maybe?
I feel like
If we finish quickly, we might be able to. I hate this horn. We might be able to do this and finish it
Hi.
this week. Because the taco truck doesn't take that long.
it's not tacos.
Is it? Oh no, it's a burger truck. Isn't
Burgers. You should you clean the burger. You should remember. No, it's yeah, food truck.
It? Yeah, the food truck doesn't take that long.
I've actually redone that one a couple times. I really enjoy that one.
Yeah.
The other big one does take a while, but we're already 43% into this one.
Yeah. I'm
With
trying
two
to get
people,
the-
these go a lot faster.
Yeah.
Plus, we've gotten very, like, we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
I see, like, people who don't play this very often. Like, I've seen a few streams of it, and it's just, they're kind of everywhere. Whereas, like, I think you and I have played enough of these. We're like, all right, down to cleaning.
Well, you've got what, 200-300 hours in this thing.
Do I need to look at it? It's in the hundreds, yes.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many.
I was kind of surprised when I looked at Terraria and found I had almost 1,000 hours in that thing.
Wow. Is it because of lava? I think it's because of lava.
I really do enjoy playing with lava. I don't know why.
I'm blaming the lava.
I've also got a lot of hours in Creeper World 4.
That
'cause
would make sense.
I enjoy playing with the liquid in there. I don't know. I don't know what it is with liquid physics. It's just I enjoy playing with liquid physics.
Huh.
Yep.
So what are you thinking you want to play next?
I have no idea. I need to look at like what games we've got on the list and then figure out what kind of length it's gonna take for it, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't want something that lasts too far into June to overtake Diablo. So I saw something I was hopeful for, but it turned out it wasn't set up the way I thought, because I've been seeing people do Subnautica multiplayer. I was like, that would be a
That
cool
was
game
the single player game.
It is, yeah. I think it must be a mod. I have no idea how to mod that thing. Might be something to
Probably
look
have to deal with
into.
servers or something.
I have no idea. But it might be something to look into if we could do multiplayer Subnautica, because I think it would be, cute to do.
What's the
Is that
gameplay on that one?
Um,
What do you do on that one?
you have to escape the planet, but it's mostly resource gathering. There's a bit of fighting, mostly exploration.
Okay.
And a little bit of figuring out lore / puzzle solving. So a lot like Raft, actually.
Come.
Yeah, I'd say a lot like Raft.
Lots and lots of water.
Well, yes, lots of water. And yeah, you have to upgrade your suit, and you have to upgrade your equipment, and you gotta eventually build a base and this, that, and the other. And I've watched Vinny play it because I enjoy base building. So when he got to the base building part, he just let me build the base. But if it was multiplayer, I think it'd be pretty fun to do.
Yeah.
So I guess I can look into what it takes to multiplayer that.
Yeah, see what mods or whatever it is.
Yeah, see what mods it might take. Because there are a lot of cute sea creatures in that one.
Okay.
And then we could play it. I wonder if the second one has a mod for it as well, because there's a second one of those. You could check that out. I have no idea how long it takes to play. It Takes Two.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't remember what else is on our list.
We have quite a list, though, I think.
Yeah. I was actually recently thinking we might be able to get away with doing a Minecraft mod pack.
Okay. That is definitely an option.
Because we usually finish those within, I don't know, 4 to 6 episodes.
It depends on how much we want to delve into it,
Yeah.
and if there'd be offline work or not,
Yeah.
like the slow bits.
Yeah.
But we could definitely do that. Is there a mod pack you lean towards?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Can't think of. Well, I know there's the new one, the Astral Create, that looks interesting. I'd be fine doing one of the ones we did offline that was disrupted for one reason or another
Huh.
on the stream. But I forget which ones we've done, and I guess it really depends on which ones you enjoyed and whatnot like that.
So a lot of good, solid ones.
Yeah. Then we'd have to think about doing. Do we want to do a super old one like the
112.
Yeah, the 1.12s, or do we want to do a more current one? Because honestly, I like the current ones with the bees. Because the bees are easier to do than chickens, I feel.
Are they though?
Well, the
I feel like
are,
chickens are actually easier.
the chickens take so long.
But all the chickens take are breeding, whereas the bees take
Extra
other
stuff.
resources. Like
Yeah.
you have to get its happy item, so you have to go like deal with that a different way. Whereas the chickens, it's literally just time and breeding up.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. I feel like in my mind that makes the chicken one a little bit easier,
Yeah.
but they're both good ways to get resources.
Yeah. I guess the chicken wall is a pretty easy way to handle.
I feel like they
resources
automate
as well.
easier.
Yeah.
I think the latest bees maybe did something to help with automation.
Yeah. Like we could do that first one that you joined. I can't remember what packet.
Oh, Sky Factory?
Was that Sky Factory?
That doesn't have either chickens or bees, but it does have the acorns, which were kind of interesting.
Yeah, the acorns were interesting. So yeah, if you'd be up for it, up for deciding a pack, I'd go with whatever you want.
Okay.
Go from there. Now that you've got the resource we can rely on.
Yeah. Yeah, if you still have the Minecraft bug and want to stream it, we definitely can start that out.
And that's another thing. Like we keep going back to older games like Core Keeper and Minecraft and Terraria, but they're good ones. Like they're good, solid games.
Well, at some point we do need to catch up with the Core Keeper. They are adding new stuff. They're adding pets.
Yeah, I saw they're adding pets.
But we haven't progressed in that in a good while.
Yeah. We could also we could talk to Belmont and switch to Saturdays for a bit, and do raft, because I think Belmont and Blue would be down for playing raft.
Okay.
I don't know if Vinny would want to join. I don't know if Chloe would want to join as well. But I think that'd be possible.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how we do it though, because usually that has to be hosted somewhere, and since we're all over the place, I don't know how any hosting would go outside of, like, I guess I could do a paid hosting, and then do it on like the East Coast, so none of us are too bad off.
Is Belmont West Coast, East Coast, different country?
A different country, yeah.
Okay.
I think he's actually England.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Somewhere in those isles, I think. Right. Yeah. Yep. So, if we hosted, he'd suffer. If he hosted, we'd suffer.
Yeah.
If we do, if we do East Coast, we'd all suffer a little bit, but nowhere near as much as we would for the other bits. Oh, now I have these beams. I've got 6 of them left. Ugh.
I understand that thing is a pain. Oh, I fell.
Yeah.
I was doing so well getting the edge of that and then just fell to the ground.
Yep. Edging is hard.
Oh no. Terrible.
Yes. So. You knew this when you joined. Don't make it seem like this is something new. You knew this. You may not have known when you initially joined Discord years ago, but by now you know.
I can say the same thing when you're surprised when I do things.
Step ladder.
You get a cat headbutt.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You know what you're dealing with. Sitting on ledges, get knocked off. It's a pattern at this point.
Yeah, at this point it is a pattern. Thankfully, I found at least one way to attempt to mitigate it. It's not foolproof, but it raises my on ledge percentage. Give you a higher ledge.
Okay. Sometimes.
I said it's not foolproof. It just raises the percentage of me possibly being able to stay on the ledge. Oh. There we go. Okay. So these under things aren't too terrible with a step ladder.
Oh, with the little stool?
Yeah, if you get the stool,
Yeah.
it's much better.
I think I had to do that last time as well. Like, I think it's almost a necessity.
Yeah.
But yeah, somehow that underside is... The underside there, and some of these, just the pipes and the pipe connections, I'd say, are the worst parts of this level.
Yeah. Yep. Gotta keep your pipes clean.
Huh. Are they not self-cleaning?
Oh, well. I mean, there's a good chunk of men that think keeping your pipes clean is okay. Refuse to use toilet paper. Ugh. I will say, if I am eventually able to afford a house, I will put in a bidet.
Yeah.
Because it will be cheaper in the long run.
No, but these are nice, and it took
I will look into a heated one
it took the pandemic
though, for it to.
for America to be like, hey, what's this thing? We should actually try this.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been happy to try it out and get one before all of that, but that was the moment that Americans considered it at a much higher rate.
Yeah. But I mean, even if you do both,
Yeah.
you're gonna use substantially less paper.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely look into a heated one, so it's not ice cold.
Yeah, full on like one of the Japanese toilets. Have it sing to you. Have it.
Maybe not sing. I don't.
But I think some of them
to,
actually play music.
I don't think I need it to play music. Thank you very much. But yes. Oh man, I do think it's interesting that a lot of, like maybe not a lot of, but certain countries are having problems with their birth-death rate. Like Japan is losing people because there aren't enough births. But I don't know if that's counting immigration at all, like at all. But it's just interesting to see. And I think certain places in the U.S. are going the same way. Like I think they're having problems with that too.
It's really a problem. Earth as a whole is just overpopulated.
I don't know if that's true, honestly.
There
are a lot of overpopulated areas, but if you spread the people out, I don't know if that is actually.
But you can't
true.
spread them out amongst the entire planet because they're inhabitable areas.
But like, the center of the U.S. is almost barren compared to the coasts. Like if you look at populations on the maps, it's just insane.
There's definitely some cities, but like some of them are getting just as populated and just as expensive as coastal cities.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of changing.
I think it's going to change drastically if companies keep their "it's fine to work from home" state. Like, because if they keep that, then people will be able to move out of the big cities and spread out.
Yeah, but we also just don't need this many people.
No, we don't. No, I don't think so either.
There's more people using resources. There's more people to feed, and therefore need more, like farms and everything.
Yeah.
It's just more people than.
Which is interesting because farming from your home has gone out of style because it's seen as poor.
I might try gardening if I
if I had my
buy a
own
house.
Place, yeah, I would.
I might do
definitely
terrible
garden.
at it, and I might hate it, but I kind of want to try it.
Well, I mean, at the very least, harvest your own like favorite spices. Hell, or find a vegetable that you like that's hardy enough to.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would do is find some vegetables to try.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to, if I get a place, definitely going to replace the lawn, because that is just a giant waste of space. Unless you have pups. Pups enjoy lawns. I might still replace it with something that is still green but does not need nearly the same care as grass. Because grass is just stupid. It's not beneficial in the slightest. Again, just something that's influenced based off of, oh, but the rich people did it. Are you pushing me?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's impressive I can push you from this far away.
Yeah, that is a pretty powerful washer there. Oh, you stop.
You keep going back in the same spot.
That's because I need to clean this spot, damn it.
I know, but it dumps me. You keep going back on the ledge.
There we go.
I kind of love this extra long extension for some of these bigger builds.
Yeah, it is very helpful. And not just for pushing people off.
For both. Helpful for both. I'm sure the creators did that on purpose to make it entertaining. They know how people play.
Yeah, I bet they did, honestly.
They saw people jumping around to get up to higher places, and they saw people pushing their friends with the washer, and they said, "Okay, let's lean into that and keep programming more."
Where is this roof dirty?
Give the people what they want.
Yeah. Oh. So here, oh, there's.
Actually, I remember reading that as a patch note or something of, we've noticed people really like to not use the ladder to try and get up to the highest point. So we're gonna do that to more levels. It's like, okay.
Yep, I'm good with this. I wonder if the study included something on that. Were you asking questions about it?
No, the questions were all like, how are you feeling? How focused are you? It was a lot of repeat questions.
Yeah.
But it was all feeling-y questions. How concentrated on the game are you? Just, I don't know.
I don't know if a lot of people would be concentrated on the game. Do they mean do you have something else in the background running, or do they mean you're hyper focused on the details that are going on in the thing? Because most of the time I'm zoomed out and I'm just autopilot cleaning.
Well, even that though, there's times where it's I'm doing the game, but I'm also watching something else. But then there's I'm doing the game, but my mind is truly focusing on something else that's going on, and so there's different variants within that.
Yeah.
I think there's ones that does it make you happy. There is what else was there? I don't know. I forgot most of the questions.
Definitely calming.
Yeah.
Mixture of the white noise and incremental cleaning plus the dings.
Yeah, and so I feel like the study was more related to that.
Yeah.
of not like how do we play it, but like what is it doing to your psyche or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But they'd give you like pop-up warnings like another question's coming, because like when a question came, it took over your screen. You couldn't keep watching. You had to answer the question.
Oh, okay.
But it's like that's what that version was, so you can't be unhappy about that because that's what you signed up for.
Yeah.
I think the study's done. I wonder if they'll post something at some point about how it was used or findings or something more.
Yeah. To it. Oh. Almost made it up on.
What?
Onto the ice cream things.
Oh, yeah, the popsicles.
Yeah, that's all I see when I look at these things. It's just, oh, that's a popsicle. Yep.
Good to see we're on the same page.
Ah, damn it.
They're mostly clean, except for the angles I can't get
alright.
from the floor.
Yeah, I got a good chunk of the angles from the side, so.
This is the level I was playing on my own, and I moved the scaffolding, and I must have, like, somehow glitched into placing it too close to a pipe or something, and then I could never pick it up again. I had to log out and log back in to be able to get the
Oh, no.
scaffolding.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I've been contemplating streaming a bit of Final Fantasy 14. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't want to do the story over again. And then I was also thinking about it. I was like, I don't. If I do stream, I don't know if I should do the story. Like, people should see that I'm having fun outside of the storyline and go experience the story themselves, right? Like, but
Yeah.
also, I really don't want to do the story. It is such a long story. It's a really good story, but it's such a long story.
Well, they shortened it, didn't they?
They shortened A Realm Reborn, the first part of the story. So yeah, they did.
Well, that was the, like, laggiest part.
Yeah, well, that's because when they were doing A Realm Reborn, they were catching up on technical debt. So the story was some of the easiest stuff that they could do, and the more they drag out the story, the more time they gain to get rid of technical debt.
Yeah.
But once the debt was gone, and they realized, oh well, yeah, there are parts in here that are.
But they
dragging on.
rebalanced that
Rebalanced
right
it.
after I dredged through it.
Like a week or two, wasn't it? It was.
I don't know if it was quite that close, but it was close.
It was right after you got out.
It's like, all right, you're done with it. Now we're gonna shorten it. It's like, thanks. But I was trying to catch up, so I just kept going.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was right after I passed it.
I was trying to think about it, and the end of Realm Reborn was pretty devastating. Like, there was a lot going on there. The end of Stormblood didn't impact me much at all. Like, I just was not emotionally invested in most of Stormblood. I was kind of invested in the Dragon Song War, but not a ton. Oh God, what was the next one? Vinny Clow, do you remember the dark? God, what was the name of it?
So this is where I have issue, because when I did it, all of that was released, and I was just trying to catch up and play. I guess I could probably differentiate more of a Realm Reborn, but anything else pre Endwalker is just all the same to me. Like, it's all just one big clump of game.
Wait, was Endwalker
And
the...
I don't know.
Damn it, I'm blanking on
I know the
names
first
for
one,
last two.
and I know the last one. I can't tell you what's in the middle.
Yeah. But the last two expansions have been like heavy on the fields. The last two, yeah, expansions. That's right. Those have been heavy on the fields. Oh, they released 14 released umbrellas that are flying mounts, technically.
Oh, that's interesting.
So you can do a Mary Poppins.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting.
I think it would be hilarious for my Lalafell. Just
Did it fly through on an umbrella?
yeah, just a tiny little Lalafell flying through on an umbrella. It would be great.
Yeah, even on like all the mounts, pretty much different genders and races have different, like, how they would sit or how they would
Yeah.
be in the mount. I bet they have some interesting poses.
I also like how they did dancing in 14.
Dancing the emote or dancing the class?
The emotes.
Ah,
I like that they're emotes that you can pick up that they created. Mostly because I'm still sore about WoW's dancing and how they broke it. And still haven't fixed it. It's like, why? I understand that the dances that they've got are, God, what's the word for it? Copyright. Because they took famous dances. But they haven't fixed any of them. The way they got around it is they're like, oh, well, now dancing doesn't follow any set footsteps. Like, so, I think the orcs originally had the MC Hammer dance. The can't touch this.
yeah.
The male orcs specifically. And so they did like 5 or 6 or I don't know how many different frames of that dance, right? Or 5 or 6 different moves of that dance, and now any of those steps can come after any of the previous steps. So you can like shuffle from side to side 2 or 3 times in a row, and then do the twirl without the clap or whatever. It looks so dumb. But they broke it. They broke it in like Burning Crusade or Wrath against the Lich King, or maybe even Cataclysm, and they haven't done anything with it at all. And even the new races are given like copyrighted dances that they can't complete, and it's such an oversight.
Oh, from what I've heard, WoW is fixing or adding what they want and not necessarily what the players want.
That's how it's been. So I'm wondering with the new ownership if they are
Or does it have new ownership?
I believe they're being bought out, or they have been bought out by Microsoft.
Huh.
Like
Interesting.
that that entire company is being bought out by Microsoft. And if they go through with it, I hope that they start getting rid of technical debt, because that's something that WoW has just ignored. Like they go through an expansion, they come up with a couple of cool ideas, and then they abandon said cool ideas, and cool ideas become technical debt that people just have to suffer through for an expansion, or enjoy for an expansion, depending on what it is, and then just never get to experience it again.
Did Microsoft just buy the one game property, or like
No,
the entire everything?
Yeah.
Oh,
They bought that entire thing. Oh, that's
I
not
did not hear about that.
Yeah, they're buying Blizzard Activision.
Interesting.
I think I saw something recently that somewhere in Europe people are getting grumpy.
Really?
About the sale,
I feel like that would be a sale
citing
that would have more promise.
monopoly type laws. That's what they're worried about, is that Microsoft's too big.
I could see that.
So
I'd still rather Microsoft own it than what I've heard about the place.
yeah, Activision has not done good things with WoW. Except for Dragon.
Well, Microsoft
Dragonflight's
bought
amazing.
Minecraft, and that's still going well.
Yeah.
But I can see the Monopoly case. That's
yeah. Activision got WoW. I don't know when, and like a lot of the changes they made, just people did not like. And then, but yeah, from what I've seen from Microsoft recently, I'm actually kind of hopeful, because recently they've come out with Minecraft Dungeons, which is actually a good game. It's a solid game.
Legends.
Legends, which I'm kind of mad about. Only because it's not my preferred game type. Legends is not the type of game I enjoyed.
Yeah, but it also didn't pretend to be anything else.
Right, yeah. It is a solid game. I will give it that. It is a solid game. It is not my personal preference. That is my only fault against it. It's not my personal preference, and that is fine. That is not. They didn't build it for me.
Yeah. Like if they didn't advertise it as that and like tricked you into that, that would make sense. But yeah, that's definitely you knew what you were getting. But from what I hear, like there's, I guess, a few improvements people are recommending, but overall it sounds like it's solid.
We still need to try it multiplayer. I think
we do. I need to play more of that.
Its multiplayer might be pretty solid. I think I might enjoy it a lot more with multiplayer. So that's.
I think there's issues with like the bigger span of multiplayer, but like a cooperative version that we would want to do. I think will hopefully be good.
And I hope that the people whose game type that is actually really enjoy it, and the Microsoft's able to take it places. Like, I wish nothing but the best for that game. It's not my personal cup of tea.
Well, we'll still try it at some point.
Because Minecraft is my cup of tea. I like building, I like exploring, I like constructing, I like all that.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't expect Minecraft to be my cup of tea, but apparently it is.
Yeah.
Because I had heard of it before I played it, but I was just like, I don't know, some random game that people play.
Yeah.
And then you brought me into the world, and I was very confused at the very beginning.
I accidentally summoned a pet that ended up staying for quite some time.
It wasn't completely accidental. It was a issue with I was given too much access for too long. Like, there was nothing I could do because no one could fix the access for a while. And then I got bored and found eggs and played. Yep. And then that became our theme.
Yep, I know that.
In every single game that was an option, that became a thing. Yep. Just not the creative version of it.
Thankfully, they're not that hard to get. Like,
I don't think you're supposed to go surprise adopt them and bring them back to your base, but
There's
I do.
there's nothing wrong with it at the very least. Yeah. Um,
Just only have one of them because
yeah, you get multiples, and then
once they start breeding,
yeah.
it becomes a lot. Yeah,
But
that's it's. I always have to get creative for what ways can I bring back a creature,
yeah.
because it's not really one you're supposed to bring back per se. It's not one you can tame and they'll follow you. But
yeah, it won't do anything.
they give me ways to transport creatures.
Yeah. I can say Minecraft Dungeons is seasonal bit. Like the way they handle seasonal stuff is my favorite way of doing it. Because you still have to pay for the season, which is fine, like everything else. But once you've paid for the season, all that stuff is technically yours, but you still have to earn it.
Mm.
And then
Only have the free seasonal stuff too.
what?
They have the free seasonal stuff too.
Yeah. And then outside of that season, you can select. Okay, well, I want all my stuff to count towards the previous season or whatever.
Yeah.
So that is my favorite handling of seasonal stuff I've seen. Because it does urge people to buy, but it also urges people to continue to play until you earn that stuff. Like, instead of, oh, well, something bad happened, or you couldn't play for a bit because your boss is forcing you to go overtime or something, you lost access to all that stuff. We don't care.
Yeah.
Like a lot of others do. And I get that the seasonal stuff is supposed to be, oh, well, we want you to play during this time period, but there's the part that shoots them in the foot. If I don't play that game regularly, but whenever I do play it, I buy the season, the game developer's not losing out on anything. But if I don't play that game regularly, and I'm frustrated that I can't go back and get these cool things, even though, sometimes I'm not as good with money as I should be, and I'm buying these seasons a couple of times, and then realize, oh, I'm not getting nearly half of this stuff. I'm just going to stop playing it altogether. Like that's the problem I've actually personally had with some other games. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, this is a fun game. I like some of these sets, and I've been a little fluid with my money, and bought the season, and then it's like something happens and I just can't play it. And then that happens like 2 or 3 seasons within 2 years, and I'm just like, I'm not getting what I'm paying into this, and I can't play it enough, or I don't have the time to play to get the stuff, and it's very frustrating. It turns me off the game entirely.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So I hope that Microsoft has a positive influence on WoW and puts more resources towards it so it can develop out of its technical debt.
Yeah.
Because in previous years, I've had a lot of fun on WoW, but the way it is now, I don't enjoy playing it. Like I enjoyed the storyline for the most recent expansion. But I don't like how their dungeons are, because 14 has spoiled me on that stuff. Like yeah, I don't like how a lot of their abilities happen. Because if you don't have a mod installed to handle announcements and stuff, you're not getting the right kind of warning. And they haven't taken a hint from said mod to fix that.
Interesting.
There's deadly boss mods. It alerts you to what's going on or what's going to happen or whatever. It is WoW's version of telegraphing attacks, and it is installed on anyone that messes with mods ever because it is that useful. And it's been around, dear God, I don't know how long it's been around. It's been around since I used it in Wrath. I used it in Wrath of the Lich King, which was 2005, 2006, and it's still around. A mod that has existed for that long should have just been incorporated into the game.
Yeah.
Like, you should find a way to make that mod redundant or useless.
Yeah.
Upper platform. And I can understand, people doing certain mods just because they're cute or they help in very specific situations, but if that many people are installing the darn thing,
Yeah, it's universally used.
yeah, and now that other games have done telegraphing, and enough of them have done it in different ways that you couldn't call copyright, you could just do that and make sure Deadly Boss Mods is put out of business.
Huh.
But no. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Who's there? They're just little bits of dirt on this.
This
rail.
entire tower was still dirty. Yay.
But inverter. Hard to target. What's that? Wonder what that is.
What?
I found it.
What?
Oh, there was a door that needed spraying.
Why was that on that little building?
Yeah. It's the grills. There we go. Pressure control.
It's over
unit?
here. If I need the dirt though. I don't see no dirt.
Oh.
There we go.
Yay.
It's clean.
Success. Cool. Okay. Let's go for satellite dish.
Yay.
This one should be another one that looks pretty good.
The inside of the dish is super satisfying.
Yeah. Gonna go that way. Why did you stick me with that? I can say I do really like the way WoW has done a couple of things. Like, I like the way they did, or are doing, transmogrification. If you pick it up, you've learned it. And Chloe, is transmog account bound for WoW? I don't know. I think it's account bound, but you don't have to. You don't have to like put it into a chest or anything and keep it around. You just,
Oh, so it doesn't hurt the storage?
yeah, doesn't go into storage. It just you keep it in like a repository or whatever.
There's a few games that storage is a major issue.
Yeah. And so I like how they do that. I prefer how 14 applies glamour, like with the glamour plates and whatnot. And I prefer 14's outfits because they let you know if you can apply color to them. But WoW has been using color for gear level for too long.
Oh,
I think.
interesting.
So like yeah, in some of the old raids, you'll find a piece of gear that's like blue, and that's like the first tier of it, and then you'll find one that's red, and that's the second tier. And it's a little frustrating because there are a lot of pieces that look really good, and you can't color them at all. And it's like, it's like, well, fine. Oh, I fell. So I prefer bits of each one's transmog. Of course, I prefer 14's you make one character, you can do everything thing. That's oh so handy. I love that so much. Of course, I love 14's teleportation system instead of roof and riding everywhere, because that eats up a lot of time.
Are there just not teleportation, the other one?
No, there's
It's only mounts?
very limited teleportation, and it's mostly to other cities. So like there are set portals from one major city to the next, kind of thing. But you have to run and find said portal instead of teleporting.
Ah.
So I prefer the crystal system from 14 for that. I guess both of their bag systems are different, but I'm kind of okay with both. Like, I'm sure eventually WoW might get to the point where their bags are bigger than 14. I'm not sure who's on top right now, but I know that with WoW you have to pick up additional bags instead of just having everything right out of the gate. You have to upgrade your bags. I prefer that there's no real faction system for 14, because the WoW 2 faction system has gotten on my nerves a couple of times. But I mean, that's the nature of their lore too, is that 2 faction system. So. I'm kind of wondering if there's going to be a new MMO to push them both out. Because they're both older by now. Like, WoW's been out since... sheesh... 2000s? Might have released in the 90s?
Huh.
20-something old, yeah. And then 14's like 10 years old, I think. So I wouldn't be too surprised if something new comes out.
I made the jump. I'd use our van to jump on top of this shed.
Yeah. I do think WoW is seriously missing out on the housing system thing that 14 does.
Do they not have a housing system?
No. Still.
Well, in the 14 housing system, haven't they had some pain points? I guess they revamped it recently.
Yeah, it's... Well, I mean, it's a limited resource, so of course you're going to have problems with it. But the amount of time some people have spent on just housing stuff is... I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So... it's definitely worth doing. And WoW has had a couple of things that could have gone somewhere like that, and they don't keep them past the expansion they show up in. So like a few expansions ago, they came out with a garrison system, which was neat. So you get a little village / army garrison that you're taking care of, and you get to choose what buildings are in there, and you can upgrade it throughout the thing. What they didn't do is they didn't apply cosmetic stuff to it. But even without the cosmetic stuff, a lot of people were spending most of their time in the garrisons. So I guess they saw that as an issue. I don't know. But like if you had added cosmetic stuff to that could have been huge, and it could have like controlled WoW's economy just by the sheer number of cosmetic things people would have bought and played with. But then in another expansion, they didn't continue the garrison thing. Like, you could still go to your garrison, but you couldn't do anything with it that was current, like no current content with it. And it was out of the way of current content. And then they give you a guild hall. So depending on your class, you have this entire area, which again has certain people that you can send on missions and that'll hang out in the base and this, that, and the other. And it's where you crafted your best weapon for the expansion. And they didn't do anything really cosmetic for that either. Even though, with the guild halls, they went as far as making a mobile app they made an official Blizzard mobile app for the guild hall,
Interesting.
and they just, as soon as the next expansion came out, they just stopped it. Just, nope, we're done with it. I don't know if the app is still running or whatever, but guild halls are just ignored now. They're out of the way. They're don't have any new story. Nothing. It's just so many thoughts half completed
So
in there.
a lot of experimentation of throw a
and
thing
just-
in an expansion and then bail on it.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I do like that that WoW pulled in the main quest marker versus normal quest marker system.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now they've got, this is going to continue your story, and this is just a side quest, which is very nice. Now, if only they had a main scenario, like a main quest from like the first session or the first first release through all the expansions. But they don't.
It changes with each expansion.
No, the base game doesn't have a storyline. Like, things happen and there is lore to be found, and it'll tell you what's going on. But each zone is not put together like 14 was. Like, you don't have a main scenario, so you don't need to do anything outside of level. And in that way, you're free to level in any zone you want, but none of the quests are more important than the others. So you can get lost pretty quickly with that. And then as soon as you hit a certain level, you can move on to a different zone. So, yeah. And then mix that with almost none of the system being character agnostic, so like almost none of it follows you account bound. It's almost all just character specific. It can get a little frustrating doing stuff over and over again without knowing how to, push through and continue the main story.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what changes happen with it, with new ownership.
Yeah. There is a new Moogle event going on for 14.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, WoW actually implemented something similar to the Moogle event, except it's permanent and rotates every month or two.
Oh, interesting.
Which I think that would be really interesting if the Moogle event did that.
Doesn't the Moogle event get a ton of participation just because it's limited time.
Yeah. But if it's inventory, if it was there permanently, that its inventory cycled once a quarter or something like that, I think it
Yeah.
would still be used pretty heavily. I do like cleaning this dish. It's very.
Are you doing the
attention.
inside of the dish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best part of this level.
But
It's very satisfying.
figure
I do
show
it like
them-
quadrant by quadrant.
Yeah. Figure show them the best this level has to offer.
They do know how to make satisfying cleans.
They do. They really do.
I was actually replaying Mr. Cleanup, and
Oh, yeah.
I've like that's one of the earlier cleaning games I played. So that was before this game,
Yeah.
obviously. And so going back to it, and I was like, I forgot how even after you clean it, it's still dirty. Like there is no clean.
Yeah. Like,
And then finding the dirt that you missed is so much worse.
yeah.
So I want like, I still really like that game. I just want it with improvements.
Yeah. And now you know what kind of improvements could be done to it.
Yeah. I still want a mixture of that game and this game.
Yeah.
Would be amazing.
Yep.
Like I like the silliness and even the like little bits of you're cleaning but you still can accidentally make a mess. Like that's fine. It's just it's never fully clean and some of the like the things that just make a bigger mess than it should have, like the arms flying around,
Yeah.
little bits and just like new complete spatters from a teeny tiny bit. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
But like the carrying of trash is, it's fun to kind of do more than just the cleaning of surfaces.
Okay. What is dirty on this receiver still?
Oh, the middle part.
Yeah.
There's two bobs on it
Okay.
that hide dirt.
Yeah. Okay, can I get into the...
You just spray one little path on the ramp all the way up. Ah,
Well, I turned it on while I was walking up the ramp,
ah.
so that's essentially what happened. Is just that one little
Ah.
bit. Was,
Weird trail of clean and all the dirt.
Yep. What is this one? Is it sand and grime? Okay.
What?
Oh, on the dish face, it's sand and grime mostly.
Getting sand in questionable places.
Probably. Yay. I've got one chunk of the panel done.
Ah. Huh.
Let's get these beacons done. Any shows you're currently watching?
Not really.
No.
Discuss this. I'm too ADD to currently be watching anything. Long list of things I need to watch.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that Disney's come out with their own kind of version of Mario Kart. I don't remember what they named it, but it's essentially a Disney version of Mario Kart. So it's a bunch of their characters doing racy things.
On what platform?
It's on computer, actually.
Interesting.
I watched like 5 minutes of it. I think it's still got a bit to go
Is it already released, or is it like in
I,
pre-release or something?
I think it's already released.
Like now that you've like described it, I'm like, okay, this sounds vaguely familiar. Like maybe I heard about it once and then heard the comparison to Mario Kart and then forgot about its existence or something.
Yeah,
I mean, that's possible.
it's a fair thing. Yeah.
Or I saw an ad for it or something. Maybe it was on like some game, something. I don't know.
Very possible.
Is Nintendo involved?
What?
I feel like I would have heard about it like on a Nintendo Direct or something.
No, I doubt it.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be competition for their
It
stuff.
would make sense. I don't know why I have the feeling that that makes like that's where I would have seen it, but I don't know. Must have been. I feel like maybe I saw it near when I watched a Nintendo Direct, and it just has association memory.
Maybe it was by John.
Maybe, yeah. Eh, no, I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I know memory's a weird, complicated place. I don't want to go delve in there.
Memory's a fickle bitch.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like there's some sort of weird association, but I just
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that tingled and walk away now.
Yeah.
So you watch someone play it?
Yeah, I watched the stunt team play it.
Stunt team?
Yeah, they're Oregon Oregon native YouTubers.
Oh, never heard.
I think you might enjoy some of them. Jazzy's pretty fun. I'll try to find one of their rounds videos and send it to you, because those are really fun. But yeah, I watched like 5 minutes of it. It was like, I don't care.
You didn't care for it. Was it similar with like probably not bananas, but like items you throw to cause chaos?
There was some kind of chaos going on. I have no idea what. I didn't like see the items, so I don't know what they were throwing.
But it's a throw item cause chaos mechanic.
Yeah, there was definitely some of that. Yeah. And then there was definitely boosting. There was definitely drifting. But the one that they didn't. There were like no AI in their race and whatnot. So it was like,
None, like there isn't the option for it, or they just
I don't know if they missed it or if there just wasn't an option for it or what.
Huh.
But there wasn't any AI in their race. I've also watched a couple of their episodes of them doing Astral Create, one of the new mod packs.
Okay. I've not seen too much on that one.
Yeah. They haven't gotten very far. Like, one of them's building a base, another one's exploring, another one's mining, and the fourth one has no idea what the hell's going on and is suggesting terrible ideas. Because she has no idea how
Terrible?
difficult...
Really?
Well, like, she wanted to make a house entirely out of gold or something. It's just that she's too new to know anything about what's going on.
There is a learning curve to that game. I was so confused the first time I logged in.
So she's suffering through on that.
Okay. Is it like an open world or is it like a skyblock type
No,
thing?
the one they're doing is open world. I don't know if the pack supports skyblock or not. So
Because with the exploring, it sounds like it's open world.
yeah, their version is open world.
Is the create part of that the actual create mod?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen at least a few things on Create in there.
What version of Minecraft it uses?
It's a brand new pack, so I'm not sure. I know they had the newer bees in there, so it has to be past 114, I think.
Oh, the resource bees?
No, just bees, just the Minecraft bees.
Oh, okay.
Jazzy really likes bees.
Yeah.
Because bees. But yeah. So I've been watching a little bit of that because they're fun.
Okay.
I wonder how many sessions it would take us to get through Raft.
The full game?
Yeah.
Probably a bit. Like, we could speed it up by not going to too many extra islands, but we'd have to make sure we're getting the resources we need.
Yeah. We could also do some resource gathering offline.
Yeah. I would hope we would not make the shark too terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I think we play it on, or the ones I've always done have been a little bit easier, because otherwise, like, the shark, like, takes your resources.
Yeah, that shark can be real awful.
A shark's a jerk.
I think we usually lessen the effects of hunger and all that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think we play on, like, easy,
Yeah.
which makes it so you can respawn yourself and not lose items. I think hunger and thirst are slightly less terrible.
Yeah. I'm fine with this.
Me too. That shark is terrible. And yeah, the hunger later the hunger isn't so bad. But like early on dealing with being hungry and thirsty is awful.
Yeah. We can look into that too, I guess. But yeah, we can do. If we finish well, I guess we should probably finish the taco truck this go round.
Yeah.
And then we can,
That's a pretty quick one.
can start up Minecraft next week.
Okay. We play with it offline, see which
Pack we like.
which we want to do.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty easy one to get going and set up a world.
Yeah. Do you already have a pack in mind?
I think we have a few good options that we need to figure out. Because we could do Sky Factory 4.
Sure.
We could replay that one. That wouldn't be a terrible one. But we could do one of the newer ones.
Yeah.
I guess the issue with newer one is we can't progress much off stream.
Yeah.
We want to show it, so we have to. Is it one we only want to deal with once a week?
Yeah.
Because I mean, sometimes with the Minecraft bug, a lot can change in a week, so we have to make sure it's one we can wait a week before we do everything.
I think we should look at Skyblock 4 and see if there's a mod we want to play around with. Because the Acorn one's interesting, but if there aren't any real mods that we want to explore, I don't know. Like, I know it doesn't... The only resource thing is the trees, which are fine, and, what's it? The mystical agriculture, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I can really think of is some of the storage options, but I don't remember what other mods there really are to look into.
Yeah.
I know it has Twilight.
Yeah. A lot of them have Twilight, though, and I think we've done a good, solid Twilight run.
I don't know, what kind of pack are you thinking of?
Like I said, I'd be fine with doing some of the older ones. I just want to make sure there's something interesting in there to progress towards and investigate and whatnot.
Yeah, we'll actually research. That's how I identify mod packs. Is I literally pull up. There's a website that lists every single mod in there, and I go through and look at what options it has.
Yeah, I think we should do that with Skywalk 4.
Okay.
Are you under the plate?
I'm cleaning the underside of it, yes.
Okay.
Why?
I'm seeing water splash through the plate into the bowl, and I'm like, what?
Magic.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were like invisible or something.
I don't share my secrets.
Oh no.
No, I'm cleaning the underside of it. I think sometimes it has the stuff splash through.
Okay.
Splash is not controlled. They can go through solid objects.
Interesting. Oh, I won't be on call next week. Yay.
I will.
Yeah, but you're not me.
Wow.
I'll be on call the week after.
Wow.
I'm on call right now, and then I'll be on call the week after. Not next week, but the week after that. I think I'm getting on call enough.
I know, but it doesn't mean me being on call isn't annoying as well.
Yeah.
Gee.
And especially because it's the annoying version of on call. Like, the MI version is either you get something and it destroys your day, or you don't get anything, you're fine. The other one is just like, you can get an annoyance at any time.
Yeah. You said Seopolis was not a good one?
No, I found out it is not a good one. It's interesting, like the premise is good, but the execution is bad.
Hmm.
Execution was bad.
Hmm.
I tried that one. I actually tried that one with Vinny, I think. And it turned out to be bad. I can't remember exactly why. I know at the very least the resource gathering kind of sucked. But I think beyond that, there just wasn't a whole lot to it, or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Ah.
We just determined it wasn't a great one.
What kind of world would you want?
Oh, it depends on the pack, honestly.
Hi.
Like, if it's built to be open world, that's fine. But if it's one of those, like, half completed, we're working on Skyblock, but we're releasing what we've got now, and Because I know we've done that before, at least once or twice.
Yeah, like all the mod ones, they tend to have an open world and a sky version.
Yeah.
Which I'm conflicted. I love the resource mods that the skyblocks give you.
Mm-hmm.
And like I like that I can just automate and do that and not have to like continually mine. But
Sure.
I'm starting to realize I do like degrees of open world and
Exploration.
elements of what that brings.
Yeah.
Because playing purely skyblock is very different. You have much more control over everything, that there's stuff you miss out on.
Oh, like what? Creepers showing up at your door
Like
unexpectedly?
what?
Creepers showing up at your door unexpectedly?
I mean, a different verbiage of that is what was one of my examples. Yeah, is written mobs like in our latest non-open world one. How many mobs have you actually killed?
I don't know, 2 or 3.
Not very many.
No, not very. Which
It's
is a good
quite
thing.
small for a Minecraft playthrough.
Yeah. I know you've killed hundreds and probably thousands
Well,
now.
do I even? I don't even know if I've killed that many. We've had that many killed, but we automated that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you set up a trap and something dies from it, you're technically still on the hook for it dying.
I should look at the stats. The game has stats.
I mean, that's not exactly what I was talking about, but sure.
You're just saying in the grand scheme of things, I get credit for all those deaths.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of
all things considered,
because I did increase spawning rates
yeah.
with between the water candles and the cursed earth or drop of evil or whatever that stuff's called.
I don't think you'd be able to get away with, oh, but it was just a bear trap out in the hallway. I didn't kill him. I don't think that would fly in court.
Depends how well you argue it. It depends on if you have a good lawyer or not.
Wow.
One could potentially come up with a good argument against that. I guess that's why I think of all the mods 6 is because it was an open world, but also I had resource base.
Yeah.
Like that's my kind of mixture. Skipped the early resource stuff of sifting because you just didn't need to.
Yeah.
But then I still had an iron bee.
Nope. Down, yeah.
Huh?
Trying to clean the hatch frame.
Oh yeah, there's some weird angle on that one.
Yeah, I think I'll need to get to the outside angle, which means I'll need... Okay, you'll get it. You'll get it eventually.
You're like, all right, I give up. She can clean it.
Well, I would need
See how it is.
I would need the scaffolding. And
I see how this is.
And since you're going around with the scaffolding, oh, maybe I can get it from here. Yeah, success. It's like getting a weird itch. As in an itch in a weird space, not...
I don't know if that made it worse by having to add an addendum to that. You said it. I just sat and listened to you.
Just sat and listened to my rambling,
Yes.
digging holes.
I just see like random streams of water.
Why?
Because you showed up like right next to where I was playing. You know what game you're playing. You know who you're playing it with.
Yeah.
Actually, all of us do that. So that's not even a.
No, it's
who.
not. It's not specific to who. It's just.
I remember getting pushed off of a fire tower by an invisible person.
Yep.
I didn't even have a chance to fight back on that one. Because said person was invisible.
Yep. I did enjoy that glitch. That was fun. With whatever mod pack we're gonna go with, are you gonna try to force morph into it?
I've not delved into that testing.
But is morph going to be worth you trying to do it?
Morph only has 2 versions it's compatible with, so that's a very limited
right,
window.
Yeah. There's gotta be a
I'll-
morph clone. I'm betting there's another mod that does the same thing, or something very, very similar.
Yeah. Well, not the same, but gives me a similar effect, though results in a different way. We could find one with that shrink.
Yeah.
That was entertaining as well.
And that one was part of the tiny spaces, wasn't it?
Mm-mm. The compact machines?
Yeah, wasn't that part of the
I've seen other no, because it had a remote of the same name, but it was a different mod.
Oh, okay. That's probably what
Because
it
I've
was,
also
I thought.
done other compact machine packs, and I hadn't seen that remote before.
Yeah.
Actually, I think our current pack has
The main compact machine. Oh, it's
Has
super
compact
old,
machine.
though.
true, but I'm
Um,
pretty sure it's not the same mod.
Okay. Because the one we did was a newer mod. I didn't know if it was
For some reason, being less than a block tall is just super entertaining.
It can be, yeah.
But Morph is fun, because then I get to be adorable things like Kitty
Yeah.
or Slime. Or I can show up as a creeper and terrify you.
Yeah, that was good. The fact that it happened right after like a weird noise came from your area was not helpful at all.
No, that was coincidence, because that was like the killing machine or something making that noise. I heard it too. I don't know what it was
I
exactly.
know it was coincidence. It didn't help anyone.
It was funny.
Yeah. Well, no.
I didn't think it through
still
that
helped.
would make it worse.
Yeah, it definitely did. I was like, what the because I was coming to see what it was.
Oh.
I was like, what happened? And then I see this creeper come out of nowhere. I was like, oh, something happened. She spewed monsters everywhere. I'm dead.
That's actually great. See, darn it, that would have been a great stream.
Yeah, the thought that ran through my mind was, her science has gone wild. I'm dead.
Because to see your point of view of it, but also probably your reaction to it,
Yeah,
that would have been a clip. I feel like that would have been a clip.
probably.
And I could do it again on stream, but would it get the same effect? I'll just have to find
Depends on if
more
you surprise
more
me.
ways. More questionable noises. No, I was just excited to show you the creature I learned.
No. You knew what you were doing. Monster.
I learned a thing.
Yeah.
But now I use my powers for good. I be
I
kitty.
don't think that's true.
Kitty?
You don't only use your kitty for good.
But I'm not being monsters to terrify. I'm being adorable to
And
be
mischievous.
adorable. I mean,
That
just because you're good doesn't mean you behave at all moments.
I think
I'm just
you're,
not being a monster. But
I think your mischief and pushing people off ledges is. I think that counts as not being good all the time.
playful. Kitty. Meow.
Yes, meow.
Turns out I'm a really good kid. I'm very kitty-like.
And to clarify, that means you're good at being a cat. You're not a good cat. Not 100% of the time. You're a
Is any
mischievous kitty.
cat a good cat 100% of the time?
I'm sure it exists somewhere.
You sure? Because I'm not. Not by your definition.
Okay, what the crud? It's still dirty on this thing. I know.
Weird angles you can't get to, I'm sure.
Probably.
That sounded worse than no, the problem with that middle part is some of the high stuff that just like super weird to reach with the sprayer.
Yeah.
Oh, is that shed still dirty?
It's the base of it.
I thought I got that.
It was a problem last time as well, I remember. I think it's the siding with the curvy bits. Yeah, there it is.
I thought I got that.
It was almost done. It was like 99%.
Did you show them the weird alien side?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. So, Chloe. Or Vinny. Either one.
Or are you standing at the correct distance?
Yeah, I'm standing a good distance away. Once I can get one of them. This is that time where I wish I had a remote control Nerf blaster.
Oh
so
no.
that I could remote it into Vinny's room and just blast him one.
I'm sure Vinny's happy you don't. Am I wrong?
No, you know it, right? Okay, well I can't get either of them, but this alien from a distance looks kind of like a uterus.
It really does.
Just because it's in like
It's the
Because
load.
it's in red, yeah. It's so weird. Okay, I can get those. But this railing still works.
Did you find the gnome?
I haven't looked for him yet. I can. It's I'm trying to get this railing.
Oh yeah, the railings. Painted.
Wow, that is just one continuous railing. Damn.
The top part is, and then the bottom poles are like individual.
Oh, are they?
Most, or if not all of them are, yeah. That door frame, I feel like I always have trouble with that thing.
Yeah. Okay, got the top part. And all those. Okay. So I think the gnome was just off in the distance somewhere, wasn't he?
Wasn't this one by one of the RVs? Like behind the tree, like maybe over there? I thought it was like in one of the little place where there's a couple of cars.
Oh yeah, he's just behind this tree over here. He's still being a peeper.
Yeah, well, that's his go-to.
Yep. Being a peeper. There we go. There we go. I think this door frame was a pain last time too.
I think it was, and I think it's one of those where the like the top left like bar that shows you how clean it is isn't always accurate.
There we go. Finally got it. As you fall off the...
That was a tactical.
Oh, okay.
It actually was, so I don't want to climb down. I don't have fall damage, and it takes too long to walk down the stairs.
Yep.
Tactical. Yay!
Yay! The inside of that dish took so long to do.
Oh, I like the inside of the dish though.
Yeah. Okay. Now we do food truck.
Yay!
Food truck.
Are you gonna do the top layer of dirt first?
Oh yeah, we should, huh?
Show
Does it
off
give
the.
me, yeah, give me a 40. Okay. So this thing got hit with a bunch of graffiti on the outside. So we're washing off most of the dirt so you can see the graffiti. Like this little gnome in a chef hat. That's cute. And the chalk gnome there. The strong arm guy in the window here.
For this reason, I do really like how like certain nozzles struggle with certain dirt.
Yeah. Someone put a graffiti cat over here.
Kitty.
I don't think they
Yeah,
did.
with the kitty paw prints too.
Oh. There's the volcano run thing here. But then they added
his fault.
like eyes to the burger.
Angry Burger.
Angry burger.
I'm guessing that's teeth and a tongue as well.
Yeah, I think so. And then they added a Yeti over here. An Angry Burger here. I think that's it. I think that's it for the graffiti. Is there anything inside?
Not
Yeah.
graffiti wise, I don't think. I'm guessing
Yeah,
the graffiti
no.
happened when it was locked up and the door was closed.
No graffiti on the inside.
May I clean the graffiti?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I think I've showed it all off.
Hey, I just noticed I don't have the thing again. I was like, wonder what percent we've done. There we go. Yep. It's very satisfying. Imagine if real life had dings. Like, you just accomplished something. Ding. Would people be more motivated if real life just had built-in dings?
Maybe.
That could be interesting. Real life achievement.
Yeah.
Or just like a something when you did something you needed to do. Some sort of, like, kind of positive. It's like clicker training for humor. It's trying to relate it to the most realistic thing, and I was like, wait a second. It's like a clicker click. Should try that. Maybe that'll help.
You're going to try to Pavlov real life achievements.
I mean, you can't tell me you don't like the dings.
Do, but I don't know if that's gonna work. I mean, good luck to you. I will say that. Good luck. I don't know how well that's gonna
think I broke the dings.
Why do you think you broke the dings?
At least on mine, about half of them are like now muffled dings. They're not dinging as clearly as they used to. Like, some of them sound normal, but some of them sound very muffled.
Keep breaking the dings.
I know. It's terrible. I regret everything.
I'm still not a fan of how many folds this burger has, and like, getting into them and all that.
That's not the issue. It's the issue is because it's on top and hard to get to the correct angles.
That too, yeah.
I don't mind it. Like, it makes sense to be built the way it is. It's just where it is, it's so annoying to get to the right angles. The sign has a few annoying angles as well.
Yeah.
But literally everything else on this level I do really like. It's just the burger and the sign that I have some annoyances with. But this goes up there as a good level. I mean,
Yeah, this is a...
not like any of them are not good levels, but this goes up higher up on the good level meter.
Okay, where's the... Oh, there. Stop it. Did you hear like 5 or 6 dings from you? Don't actually stop it. I know you... Oh, got caught on the ladder.
It's a weird issue.
Yep. Okay, so that's all. Well, real,
Ah. You okay?
talking is difficult.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Got it. Storage unit.
Working on that, and don't know where the dirt is, but I'm working on that. There you
Okay.
go.
So
Clean
that
truck.
was the 2 Midgar Mecha and the new Buckingham levels. I guess next week, let's see when. I'm gonna check to see when June 6th, it looks like. Which means we've got
Next week is May.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks to fill. So yeah, I guess Minecraft should be good. hopefully
Come.
we fill out 5 weeks of stuff in Minecraft. And then on that week I will test Diablo to see if it works with the streaming system. And then I guess on the 11th would be the first
What
Diablo
day of the
stream.
week does it come out?
Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah. So not fantastic. But, so yeah, until then, hope everyone stays cool. Definitely double check YouTube, make sure you're still subbed. And I hope to see everyone next week.